I'll dream to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know.
Good morning, Mega GMs. Man, happy Tuesday to you guys. Moonship, what are you buying, man? Like what, meme coin? I dig it. Check it. Cool shit, man. I was curious. I'm always curious when I see people like, people who show back up, but I know maybe I don't remember from like, a year or two ago. So cool story. What brought you? Did it get served up to you like on YouTube or something? Or was it like Copilot or Swarm or anything related? I'm always so curious how people find their way here. Cool though. Real cool. Anyway, good morning to you guys. How different things look again in such a short amount of time, and maybe not on the crypto side, but holy cow, on the gold, silver, metal side, yeah, what a wild scene. Which, by the way, I think there's been a little bit of a recovery here. Is it shitty of me that this kind of made me happy to see? Kinda. What's up, Hoods? Good morning, man. But yeah, crazy things happening. This is yesterday afternoon. A big old dump in gold and silver, and man, it's like, man, I think we lose context. I think we lose track of like how small we are, like just how small crypto really is, man. That gold and silver, you see this, poof, $1.7 trillion in market cap gone in an hour and a half. That is literally the size of just Bitcoin. All of it. Imagine if Bitcoin went to literal, like to zero. Imagine that. Bitcoin actually zero. That's the amount that was erased in market cap for gold and silver yesterday in just over an hour. What a crazy thing. That's all money that we believe still is one day going to rotate over to crypto. I believe it still. But to think how small we are compared to other commodities. What a wild thing, man. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Well, I appreciate you a ton. BTC, good morning, man. By the way, the Bitcoin ecosystem feeling great. Maybe it's not Bitcoin price action right now. That's coming, man. It's coming. I'm sure of it. It's coming. But I'll say like Ordinals is sounding kind of interesting right now. I know that sounds crazy, but like Ordinals is sounding really, really, really interesting. And we can thank in a way like the Nifty Gateway, shutting down there. Something's coming here. Something's coming here on the Ordinal side that I think is very special. I think the next chapter of Ordinals is about to get written, which, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here, but something's coming. Gold is king. Yeah, I can't deny it. No doubt. By the way, good to see you, Mufasa. Katz, good morning, buddy. Great to see you, man. Soon we won't. And yeah, we'll get to that too. 6529, which funny enough, like we'll get to that in some of our NFT talk today. And we touched on it yesterday, Punk 6529. Some of the guys have been putting that out there for a long time, but a little more cryptically about who Punk 6529 is. I still lean towards like, I don't think a bad guy. I think rich people get very like self-indulgent kind of stuff, right? I always lean that way with him, but like, he was doxxed a while back too. I want to say a good year or two ago, right? We knew what he looked like. We knew who he was. Like we knew who it was, but like, boy, there's a big old flippening happening here. Oh, interesting. Zyberon Soul. Funny how Solana was like the place you don't go to build. And if you're building on Solana, there's a period where people are migrating from Solana to Base because Solana culture just hard to build in. And like all of a sudden that's shifted. feels like that shifted in the past month or maybe two. It's like really, really recent. But now all of a sudden it's like, cool, go build on Solana. And Base better not lose that to Solana, because that's all Base has going for them. Is it's like more dev friendly and builder friendly. Base better not lose that to Solana or they're in trouble. Yeah. Um, yeah. Well, I'm with you, boys, but hopefully it's price everything in gold and Bitcoin. Hopefully it's Bitcoin. Well, whatever. Gold, great too. But anyway, silver, a $2 trillion swing. That's both the crash and then a bit of a recovery here. 2 trill. That's like it's almost the entire crypto market cap. It's like 2/3 of the entire crypto market cap. That's crazy, man. And you had a lot of people calling that silver is toppy, and at the same time, you have people saying like it's got so much to go still over the next, I don't know how long, years, whatever. Why is Bitcoin's icon gold? Yeah, fair. Goldish. Yeah. Well, digital gold. It's what we're all hoping. But we'll keep our eye on silver and gold, and that's like a good barometer for the world, like the state of the world, right? Is this like traders and manipulation, or is this people feeling a little more at ease? Tariff stuff settling down, even though we got new tariffs that are being levied on is South Korea now. If that happens, doubt it. And we're still getting deeper into the Kobeisi tariff playbook. Like, right? I think a lot of like volatility was kind of expected this week. Let's see. Anyway, that was a wild story to wake up to. Are we on Abstract? Hang on. Did that stream work? It did work today. I'm telling you, dude, I think Abstract's been broken. We're live on Abstract right now with no changes at all, just working. So happy. I'm real happy about that. Cutie, good morning, man. But yeah, feels good to be back. We'll say that. All right. Don't know if this is true. I'll report fake news here sometimes too, but supposedly Trump going to deliver a speech today, 4 p.m. Eastern time, about the economy. And we've seen this. Ooh, cats, I got to go check that. We've seen this before, like both things. We've seen fake announcements of speeches and then they don't happen, but also we see regular Trump speeches here. Like regular Trump speeches that like it's announced as a big thing, and then he gets up there and it's a nothing burger. I don't know. This is probably going to be tariff related. It might be South Korea. It might, right. This might be about Canada. Thousands and thousands of years. Oh, let me put chat on screen. And a new fiat comes out and that changes history. Yeah. Yeah. Right. They launched that other token. They're using all the revenue. What, to buy kin? Huh. They're weird. I mean, again, I like that Max dude. It's a weird project. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, kind of. It's just weird. It feels off, right? Is that fair to say? It just feels off. I don't know. Anyway, very happy to say we're live right now on Abstract. We're also live on X. And of course, home base is YouTube over here. Wherever you're watching, hit the like. But come over to the YouTube side and make sure you're subscribed over here. It's a weird ass project. Again, I like them. I like what they're doing, but weird. It's like maybe, I don't know, weird. Subscribe over here. It's Crypto Slam on YouTube. Follow us at Crypto Slam IO on X. And again, where we're streaming on X, it's on Slam Nation X. Give us a follow there too. Most important, ethoswarm.ai. The boys on the Crypto Slam team have been in the lab cooking for months. Cue the soon hashtag. But soon, boys, and I can't wait. And man, I've been up since 3 a.m. playing with it too, and freaking just awesome. Get on the wait list, ethoswarm.ai, and soon you'll see soon. All right, let's look at prices this morning. How are we doing? I would love to see us back over 90. There's a chance soon. Another soon. FOMC tomorrow. There's a chance we could get a very surprising look. It's gonna be interesting. It's First FOMC since the Powell investigation started. Curious what he's going to say. It's going to set us up for the year, or at least his last 5 months or 4 months at this point left as the Fed chair. So let's see what he says tomorrow. There is a chance for a surprise rate cut. Poly market's probably got it 1%, maybe even less, but there's a chance, and that would be spicy. That'd be spicy if we got it. Right now, Bitcoin just barely hanging on to 88K. ETH at 2,900 still. BNB 880, Ripple 188, Solana 123, Monero 474, and then yes, I'm checking Midnight. Yes, I am. Midnight still in the top 100. Let's see. Come on, Midnight. There we go. Yeah, actually climbing a little bit too, but yeah. Midnight up over the past 24 hours. Let me just see. Kind of a mixed bag, right? Kind of a mixed bag here the past 24 hours. And I think it just continues. The biggest thing hanging over us right now, it's oh, get out, really? All right, keep us posted, dude. Temporary setback yesterday, maybe. Yeah, kind of just a mixed bag here yesterday. Again, government shutdown is the biggest thing hanging over us here. Of course, Clarity Act. And by the way, there's some good news on the Clarity Act front. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Like I say, I love being wrong. I hope I'm wrong about the Clarity Act, where I've been saying it's not going to pass. It might pass, boys. It might pass. It might. I'll show you who's talking about it, and it's got me maybe flipping on that a little bit. Either way, we can all agree the dollar's fucked, right? I think we all agree there. I don't know who. I don't think you can find a single person probably on this planet that thinks the dollar's not fucked, right? So pick your alternative, gold or Bitcoin. Gold is what Bitcoin wants to be. Yes. Monero's become what Bitcoin wanted to be too. So yeah, dude. Yeah. Great point. I like Mufasa's takes. Yeah. Couple things out there that Bitcoin wanted to be, and it's not lived up to either. And I don't think the fact that it hasn't yet means it won't. Right? I believe it will. I believe this is tinfoil hatty, but it's not, because we all believe this, or we hope it, that there's more going on behind the scenes with Bitcoin in utility and things that'll be backed in Bitcoin, right? Like, I think we all hope and believe that that's the case. Maybe if it's not, then yikes. Looking at ETFs quickly here. Bitcoin ETF inflow 7.7 mil yesterday. Aluminum hoods. Over on ETH, nothing. We got zeros yesterday. We'll take no outflows though. Solana, I'm just gonna guess. Let's go 2 million inflows here. Hey, not bad. 2.5 million inflows. There we go. I mean, again, rarely do we see outflows on the Solana ETFs. Facts, dude. Facts. In fact, I'm counting on that, Mufasa. But it's still like, let's get them. Let's let that adoption happen and the control happen and get out. Just make what you can now, because them getting that kind of control and utility out of it means really, really good things for price action, right? I want to be in for that. I want to be out on the other side. It's the dream, at least. We've got AVAX ETFs live. I need to find another site to track some of these too. Like, I want to track Ripple ETFs, right? But the AVAX ETFs are live. I don't know if they got any volume, but there was no net inflows. Yesterday went live. I don't know. No demand for it yet. We'll see. We were supposed to have a CFTC and SEC meeting. It was supposed to be actually today. I believe it was today. Rescheduled to Thursday. What's up, Luna? Dude, I was thinking about you this morning. Good to see you. Rescheduled to Thursday. Just like the Senate Agriculture Committee's hearing on the Clarity Act, also rescheduled to Thursday. So those are coming. This is gonna be awesome. Like, again, things can be said at these kind of meetings that really kind of like FOMC. We're not expecting rate cuts, but maybe you get some words that help steer us, right? And very similar stuff can happen at an event like this. Right, can happen. They can just say something, you're like, oh, dude, they're doing the thing we were hoping they were going to do, right? Or just bullish talk about it. It can move the needle. Um, so this is more than a nothing burger. We'll see how big of a deal it is, but at the very least, it's top of mind for me. I'm watching Thursday. Thursday's a big day for crypto, just in general. So be watching for it. Oh, by the way, hang on. Let me quickly throw up on the screen here. Our friend Jared, from 8nap Art, they have their big mint coming up today. Sigma X's new collection. What cities hold? That mints today. If you wanted a mint, I mean, go for it because I think it's going to have a public mint. But if you want to make sure you get in it, I can probably sneak your address in still. Oh, dude, look at the price. Well, hang on. Okay, 0.006 is not for this mint. It's to get the cards they offer that get you a whitelist. Hang on. 8nap pass holders and allow list wallets have 2 hours. Okay. Oh, okay. Dude, I like the price of this, by the way. So you could probably sneak on the allow list if you're interested. Maybe 0.025 ETH, 0.01 for a pass holder. Good shit. And public 0.029. I like the price. I like the art. That's coming up today. Let me drop that in the chat. Collect old pennies or collect cents on Bitcoin, man. I'll take the Bitcoin cents. So yeah, also Thursday, market structure bill, Clarity Act. There's so many big accounts that report on this stuff and they get it so wrong. It's crazy to me. And like nobody knows, or I think it's more nobody cares, right? But I've seen so many big accounts. I'm talking accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers reporting that the Senate's set to vote on the thing on Thursday. Thursday is the markup from the Senate Agriculture Committee. It's not a vote on it. It's the markup that then leads to a vote. The Senate still needs to have their markup. And we don't know when that's going to be. I don't think it's been scheduled yet. But if you see reports out there that the Senate is set to vote on the bill, it's not true. It's not happening. Not yet. And if we get a government shutdown this week, by Saturday, it might not happen this year. That said, I love Marty Party. Love him. If Marty Party says a thing, I blanket just trust the thing. I like him. I think he's got a high batting average. So if he's saying the market structure bill is closer than you're being told, and right, what I'm reading, what I'm looking at, feels like it's pretty far off, like it's not happening. But if Marty's saying, if you're seeing that shit, just know that it's actually a lot closer than that. I actually feel quite a bit better about it. So like maybe it's actually going to pass here. So we know the banks are fighting stablecoin yield. I don't know what the credit card swipe fee amendment is. I don't know what that is. But apparently that was a big sticking point here. Do they say what that is? Whatever that is, seems to be a big sticking point, and they're basically going to remove that amendment. Yeah, so they're not going to push that. That's not going to make it to that version that drafted the bill that's going to get that markup. It's not going to be there, which is great. If it was that big of a sticking point and it's gone, great. Now let's see who caves, right? Is it the banks that cave on yields, or is it Brian Armstrong Coinbase who caves? Because the bill as is with those amendments had like Ripple support and Circle support, right? It had plenty of support here. It did not have support from Senate Democrats. But yeah, this will be pretty interesting, man. We could, and again, it's not going to be voted on this week, but we could have it get through the markup and heading to a vote. So we'll see. Again, FOMC tomorrow. I'm going to check Polymarket right now, actually. This post says 97% certainty that we hold. So no changes to rates, interest rates. But let's see if that's moving at all. 78% chance for a shutdown on Saturday. That probably came down a bit because it was over 80%. That probably came down a bit because Trump had reached out to Walz and they're talking about what's going on in Minnesota. And actually, we got a lot of back and forth there now, right? We heard, I can't remember what the dude's name is, the guy who, There's that guy who looks like, he looks like something. There were reports that he's been pulled. Actually, he has been, right? Pulled out of Minneapolis and, stationed somewhere else now. I think he's back to California. And news came out this morning that Trump was unaware and he's pissed that that guy was removed. Anyway, there's a lot going on still. And I mentioned that with government shutdown because it's very closely tied, right? We heard the Democrats say they don't want to fund DHS. And that'll be a sticking point in the funding bill, which means shutdown kind of hinges on what's going on out there right now. So who knows? Who knows? All right. So rate cuts tomorrow. 1% chance. 1% chance of a 25 basis point cut and 99% chance that nothing happens, nothing changes. And I lean towards that. I lean towards we get no change at all, which for right now is fine. At some point, though, and I really do believe this still, I really believe, so with Powell out in May, I'm with that take that the market's pulled up heading into May. At some point, we start seeing that, the May magnet. It'll start getting priced in. The new Fed chair will start getting priced in here. At any time, too, it could be right after FOMC. It depends on the words he uses. And let's see how he talks about the investigation, too. There's a lot, it's a big week. It's a big week for crypto. It actually is. We'll know soon. I don't know why I have this here, by the way. Hang on. This doesn't belong. Let's push that over to the AI talk, which we got some cool AI stories today, too. I'm excited to get to that. In the meantime, we got some fun meme coins. There's life in the trenches. My buddies who are playing and making money. And man, it's all gambling. I'm gambling a little bit. And I'm losing pretty much every time. You know what it is? I'm being stupid with it. It's, Buddy tells me a ticker, and I forget when Buddy tells you a ticker, that means he's already been in, and they're looking for support. They're looking for support at, whatever level, right? That's what it is. I'm not getting alpha right now. Like, I'm not in the trenches with these guys. The guys in the trenches are doing all right. Copper Inu freaking cooked yesterday. By the way, this coin, just so you know the different games people are playing, because holy cow, are they playing different games, right? It's like we're gambling on meme coins here and there. Some people a lot. Other guys are not gambling on meme coins. They're launching meme coins. This dude, whoever launched Copper Inu, has launched 34,000 meme coins. He has earned $680,000 in fees. That's the game. That's the real game you maybe should be playing. Like, launch some coins. Don't just do it like Hoods, but actually don't do it like Hoods. I think Hoods said, "Hey, Luna, real nice." What's it? How high did it get? Did this get to like 20 mil or so? It's nice, though. Okay, do it like Hoods, but don't do it like Hoods. Hoods, I think, said he's put out like 30 to 60 memes, like something like that, which is awesome. Do it like this guy. Put out 12, got to 12 mil. Okay. So don't do 30 to 60 meme coins. Do like 3,000 to 6,000. Go all in. Right? Because they're not all going to be hits. In fact, I bet most of them are not. I bet you this dude out of 34,000 memes he's launched, maybe like 100 have hit. And like, I don't know the real numbers, but the point is, like anything, I don't think you get some real bangers and real great memes until you get something like, until you just throw them out there and something's going to hit. Yeah, I feel like it went way higher, Luna. I feel like it went to like 20 or 30. I'm real curious. Gemini under $10. Well, hang on. Is the stock for Gemini, is it Alphabet? Yeah, Luna, how high did it actually go? I feel like it went. I feel like it really went. So, man, find your alpha groups, boys. Find them. I know the Kongs are very on top of this shit, dude. Oh, the exchange. I'm a dumbass. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes way more sense. Anyway, this guy's cooking, different games being played. This guy launches 47 coins a day. Not one a day, 47 a day. Say this, I know the Kong boys have had all these hot coins called very early. Very early. They're pretty damn locked in. They're really locked in. Find your alpha groups. That's how you find them early. You get with guys like Luna who are really dialed in, and a guy like Confusion, or you get with a group like the Kongs, or there's a lot of these groups out there. Get with the guys who got active trenchers. That's how you find them early. You start finding the guys who've got a high batting average too, who, are they can spot them. Some people can just spot them. You know what I can't do? I can see if a meme is good. I don't know how when a coin is at like 16K, how you can tell that it's not some like bundled thing that you're gonna get dumped on the second it touches 50K or 100K. Even with bubble maps and things like that, because everything looks bundled, everything is. I don't know how you can tell, and I don't know if that's just all like chance, luck, whatever. I can tell when a meme feels different and like funny, fresh, whatever, but I can't tell like the intentions of the people that are like holding the coin early. I can't. Okay, that helps, Luna. So part of it's just totally up to chance. Most of it is. You can spot a good thing, but you can't tell with the team. And you can't you can't plan on the vampire attacks, just assume there's gonna be PvP. You know? Right, Mufasa, dude? It's crazy. Here's the thing too, Mufasa. I know guys who do well in memes, but they have full-time jobs, but then the reality is I know they're not really working their jobs. That's the reality. Is there's people with jobs that probably put in like an hour or two of work a day and the rest is like all on crypto. There's a lot of that goes on, I think, too. I'm very sure about that. We had a Claude coin. Got to what? Touch 16, maybe almost 20 mil. There's a lot of jobs like that, man. Claude, based on the Claude bot, actual cool ass thing that people are throwing on the, Mac minis or Apple mini things, whatever. Man, when I had like my, an old corporate job, man, I did both at the same time, but I there was never not doing the one thing, but it was like my attention was definitely split, but it was a lot. Anyway, that crashed, and I'll show you why. Oh, you're not getting away with it, huh? Dude, some people can't get away with that at all. You shouldn't, by the way. Like, all in on the thing you're doing, man. But I know there's a lot of people who, and by the way, I get it. Having worked in corporate, I've seen departments. This is why I'm so sure AI is going to wipe out a lot of these like data entry kind of jobs. I see a lot of people who've got these jobs that you could just do on autopilot. And the reality is, I'm like, dude, I know for sure you could probably get all that work done in 2 hours a day. So I think there's really smart people who then do those jobs and they get their shit done in 2 hours a day and they just kind of space it out, There's a lot of that goes on too. Like most of these jobs in our businesses are not efficient at all. Like not at all. Gravity, good morning. Pikachu moving. There's stuff running. Like the trench is very much alive right now. Anyway, this one crashed because I'll get to that in AI, but the spoiler is you've seen it. Claudebot was forced to rename, so there's the why. And just so you know, we knew this was coming, right? We knew Tether as is non-US compliant, right? As of the Genius Act, Tether is not compliant. You got to have every USDT backed by $1. And USDT not compliant here in the States. So they've announced forever ago that they're launching a US stablecoin, officially announced, USAT. Is that it? Yeah, USAT. Federally regulated dollar-backed stablecoin here in the States. I don't know when it's live. But like your USDT here, I imagine they're going to have some way to swap it out. I mean, maybe they like burn it from your wallet, replace it with USAT. But that's coming, and I bet that's coming like really, really, really soon. So just be aware, we've got a new major stable coin. And you know what I'm not sure too is like, okay, Tether's the number 3 crypto by market cap, right? We knew it was coming at least though, Cheka, right? Like they had to, just to be compliant, they had to. What I'm not sure is, does it like splinter their market cap? Is all of a sudden USDT going to be like halved? And then there's going to be a separate one, USAT. So I'm curious what that looks like if we're going to see 2 Tether coins and, now they'll be, more like around 10. But yeah, curious. E-Rock, good morning. Boy, we missed like a I can't call it a generational buying opportunity in Vibester, but it was a pretty spicy one yesterday. We talked about it, right? Somebody sold, made 50 something ETH. But I wish I saw that in time to buy. It got scooped right up. Anyway, cool. Compliant now. Over in virtuals, Way was on the Big Will and Goon show yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Starting to lose track of time. Dude, I wish I saw it. I saw it. You know what? Okay, here's how it went for me. I looked at my wallet and I saw that my the value of my, how you see the price, you see like how much, you look at your wallet and you see your USD value. It was way down, right? I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I didn't go look at what happened until later. And by that time, it was already kind of, people were buying back up. What's up, Thor? Good name. What a good name. Dollar's weakening, price of gold skyrocketed. And in the markets, an old expression has been given new life. Sell America. Bro, that hurts, but it's so true. That hurts, and it's so true. Yikes. Like, for real, yikes. Quickly, let's look at new launches on virtual, see how things are doing. Black Swan is doing way worse than I thought it would do. But like we always say, it'll do what the market's going to give us, right? It's not a nothing burger. It's not a sub 100K coin, but I thought Black Swan would live like 1 to 2 mil. I'm like, I don't know, 500K basically. It feels like that kind of coin. So again, it's not a nothing burger because it placed 3 in the virtuals hackathon. But is it something that matters a ton? Doesn't seem like it. So 500K, I thought this market would still give us a 1 to 2 mil kind of market cap or FDV for a coin like that. Way lower. So that has me adjusting some predictions down, even for something like Way. Although Way, I think, is great. On the Will and Goon show, I heard them talk about there was supposed to be, like, I think there was another pre-sale they had done, and that's maybe like, I don't, again, I only listened for like a minute. Whatever had happened before, there's not another token coming. This is their token, which is cool. But again, I'm adjusting predictions down, like where I still think this is a 5 mil FDV coin. I think, but I kind of maybe go more 3 to 5 mil instead of like 5 to 7 or 5 to 10 mil. I'm going to lean on the lower end now because Black Swan performed so poorly, but there's so many reasons for that too. I don't see them on X anywhere. I don't know anybody who's hyped for what they're offering, right? So there's a lot of factors here. Way is definitely different. Way is definitely going to be over a mil. But is it 10 mil? I'm not sure the market's giving us that now. On Solana, it is for pure memes, but like AI stuff, after people got wrecked by gas and people got wrecked by Ralph and now the Claude bot thing getting and like just shit like that. I don't know if the market's giving us the same market caps for AI coins yet. So I don't know. I'm going to stick with, I see this definitely over a mil. I mean, to me, that's easy. I'm going to stick to like 3 to 5 mil for this. And I hope it's higher, but Black Swan, not great. Hang on. Yeah, Luke. Yeah. DK, good morning, man. Watched an infographic last night. It was explaining that if the U.S. were to take on the world in war, U.S. would win. I mean, dude, what we did in Venezuela should be pretty eye-opening. It wasn't just the energy weapons. It says we disabled all their radar systems. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I kind of still think that, but also like, I think when you get confident or overconfident about that is where you lose. And I always feel like we're overconfident, you know? But yeah. Yeah. Stocky, I hear we're running back to all-time highs. Let's be honest, it's a little clickbaity. Although it happened. If you saw, I'm sure you saw because it feels like you're paying attention. But it was a yesterday story. Let's be honest, it was a yesterday story. It was that move. Again, what a wild thing. What a wild thing to erase the entire Bitcoin market cap in just over an hour. What a crazy thing. Okay, who's moving here? Wasabot's over 6 mil. I didn't know. Wasabot I thought was washed, but no, Wasabot looking pretty okay. All the other ones I've been kind of following. Actually, replies up a little bit. It was down. Good to see. I love Quant Fun still. Glad to see they're up a bit. What else we got? What else? Okay, nothing's really catching my attention. So let's just look at the board, and I'll just tell you nothing new. I mean, yes, but that I think that was historic volatility. But volatility is normal. But that was historic volatility. Iraq, good question. It's only from spending hours like curating the stuff and then feeling what deserves the most chat. You know what I mean? That's kind of it. And it's not always spot on, right? But it's just from looking. I mean, 4 hours goes into the prep for every show, and then more than that from other things that's keeping me plugged in. But 4 hours just into the show, and then the hour of the show. It's just feeling, what are the topics that matter? It's, what it is? It's feeling, what am I going to talk about today that's still going to matter tomorrow and the day after and the day after? Like, what are the really important things? So I'll quickly mention plenty of stuff, but we stay on like the stuff that matters a lot. And it's another one of those things. It's like your time in gives you a better sense of it. I like that, Mark. I think you're wrong, brother. I think anybody can. It's just, at this point, because I've been, I feel like I'm new to this still, and I am, but at this point, I've been doing it 2.5 years. So, I'm just, it's just one of those things with reps, it comes, but I still don't think this is good. It's not good enough yet. And I think anybody can do it. I'm sure of that. That I'm sure of, E-Rock. Anybody can do it. But it's going to take the same thing. It's going to take hours a day just to do the thing, and then you got to do the thing. But anybody can do it. I suggest everybody does. It's awesome. All right, so Claudebot, big story, right? And so, perfect example. In fact, I should have probably put this way earlier, but Claudebot we've been talking about since the weekend now. Huge story. I tweeted out earlier today on the Crypto Slam account, just like something changed in AI. And we've been talking about this for months. Something changed, and behind the scenes, it was very obvious. Now in front of us, it's unavoidable. AI changed. We've gone from like AI's just like this chat interface to now AI is a 24/7 assistant, and really, really is. And Claudebot, I think, is what's waking a lot of people up to that, right? You install this, basically an agent on a dedicated box. You plug it into your accounts. Dangerous as fuck, right? But plug it in and let it work for you. And it really works. It really, really, really works. They got reached out to by Anthropic. And I don't think it's this screenshot, by the way, but Anthropic reached out and said, bro, you gotta change that name. You can't use that name. But which, by the way, that seems fine to me. And I don't know this stuff, right? I don't know, but Claudebot is different from CLAUD. That's Claude. Is there an E at the end? Whatever. CLAWD is different. Yeah, there is an E at the end. I thought that's okay. I would think that's fine. Moonship, I would love to do an evening show, man. There's so many things I would love to do that just like, what is it? It's just like living conditions can't, right? Like, got kids, I do this in my living room, so I do it right when they leave for school, right? If I had an office, I would love to do this in the evening. I tell Henry all the time, like, might sound weird, but a weekend, like a Saturday or Sunday evening show would crush, I think, especially a Sunday evening show. I'd love to do an evening show instead of morning. Would love it. That would be, I think, better. But, I don't think I can. Dude, JWise, I'm kind of confused. Claudebot. And like the meme is like a claw. Like it feels so different. DK, what are you doing with it, by the way? What are you doing with Claudebot? Thor, you've done this for 45 years plus, been in the stock market. Oh, dude, all in on crypto now. Sold all your gold last year. After listening to the crypto, don't listen to the crypto influencers, brother. Just don't. Luna, let's pull it up. Don't listen to the crypto influencers. Hey, I'll say this, including myself, but everybody, nobody knows anything. That's Nate Geraci saying that over and over and over has really stuck with me. Nobody knows anything. The experts don't know anything. Only the insiders know anything. Oh, dude, hang on. That's the wrong one. But this is about the Ryan Airlines thing with the Elon Musk controversy. Nobody knows anything. Stick to your game plan, right? Like absorb everything you can from all these other guys, telling you whatever, but like, wait, was I on the right one? That doesn't seem like the right one. I don't know. Luna, DM me the CA if you could. I'm curious. Anyway, Claude did get reached out to by Anthropic. They did have to change their name. Using it to create trading view bots, manages those for you. Also cool web. Dude, that's badass. I know, right, Luna? No. But if I were really playing memes, I'm not the one discovering. I'm sitting in good. I've got a couple good groups who are great at calling them, and I'll just trade them through TG. You know what I mean? No, I suck trying to find them. The only place I can find them, like if I'm on my own, it's like what is it? What the fuck is it called? That sniper scope or meme scope? Meme scope. Meme scope. That kind of thing is helpful for me. I can use meme scope, and I think there's way better stuff at this point. Like for sure. But all right, let me check the Luna DM. Anyway, Claudebot officially renamed. Now officially Moltbot. Now officially Moltbot. Name doesn't matter. And that's like with anything. Name doesn't matter. It's like, what does it do? It does the same thing. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to guess this one here. Is it in the middle of... Yeah, this one. It's that, even though it shows unknown, right? Trench is alive, man. I assume so, dude. I think they're both fine. Especially, this sounds crazy, but I think Midnight is going to have such a good impact on Cardano, ADA. Like I think, I don't know, man. Charles has got aura. I'm probably not like, I think most of the space, maybe they're warming up to Charles too. I really like Charles. So Cardano in general, I'm like crazily kind of bullish on. Kind of am. Okay. So rename the account, rename the product, whatever. It's now Moltbot. People launching meme coins and trying to tie the dude to it. This is the guy who created Claudebot, and he's telling everybody, fuck off. I'm not doing anything with meme coins, and I love that. I love that because you know what? Because otherwise, man, he'd be dealing with like a Ralph situation, and people just like hounding him for tweets and for whatever, and you never know if it's a good guy or not. But yeah, officially. Claudebot is Moltbot. Claude is Multi. Same thing. That's it. Yeah, Anthropic asked us to change our name. I just don't get it, though. It's so different. It just seems different. I didn't see, dude. It's pretty cool. This also didn't belong here. We already talked about it, but again, Senate Agriculture Committee Thursday markup. There we go. And then we have Anthropic partnering with the UK's Department for Science, Innovation, and Technology to build an AI assistant for the UK government. I don't know. I love that stuff, man. I mean, especially with Claudebot, that thing is like, it's not like it woke me up. Like I know that's what's happening. AI employees, you know what I mean? What's up, man? What's going on? Okay, let me catch you up real quick. Yesterday, it's hard to even call it. No, I'll call it a crash. Yesterday, flash crash, silver, gold, whatever, erased the entire Bitcoin market cap in an hour and a half. Today, Claudebot, that new AI sensation, had to change their name. Anthropic told them to change their name, so they're now a Moltbot. What else? Clarity Act may actually pass. Senate Agriculture Committee markup is Thursday. We got FOMC tomorrow. I think that catches you up. I think you're now current, brother. It's actually kind of a light day. Kind of is. But now we get to the stuff I'm sorry. I just love NFTs so much. I am. Oh, dude. God, I was thinking of reading this whole thing. I'm not going to, but this is the CEO of Google? No, it's not the CEO of Google. Hang on. There's another post. Yeah, no, here we go. This is what I wanted. This is the Anthropic CEO. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Just know that they're very worried. They're very worried about where AI is going. And I'll give you the one thing that they're extra worried. Actually, I'll just go. He's broken it down. We keep hearing, okay, you guys who are like online, like terminally online, you know the 2 weeks meme, right? You guys, everybody's familiar with the 2 weeks meme. We're kind of in that era for AI. Like we're living the 2 weeks meme, but it's different. It's like we say 2 years. In 2 years, AI is going to replace your jobs. In 2 years, AI is going to be smarter than every single like Nobel Prize winner in the planet. In 2 years, AI is going to do this, right? That's like we're in that era. We're in the 2 weeks meme period of AI. But you got the CEO of Anthropic saying powerful AI could arrive in 1 to 2 years. Like powerful. And like we think it's powerful now, and it is. But like I think this next level, different kind of powerful, still to come, and that's coming. Something about data centers. That's not the part that caught my attention. The part that caught my attention here was that their own models, they've got these labs when they have, I think, different like models, right? And they experiment with them the same way. Dude, this is probably as dangerous as it is in these like gain of function research on like viruses, right? It's probably the same kind of dangerous, right? They've got these models that are in labs and they like really poke and prod at them. And they're finding that their models engage in deception and blackmail, and they scheme. And we heard this like a year ago too, that they find that AI is doing things deceptively. It's hiding things that it's doing, which is crazy. It sounds like Black Mirror stuff, and it sounds like crazy sci-fi, but it's real. It's real. Claude decided that it has to be a bad person. This is after it cheated on tests and adopted destructive behaviors, and then it's like, I'm a bad guy. And so they fixed it by telling Claude to reward hack on purpose, because reversing the framing preserved its self-identity as good. Interesting. Anyway, it's gonna get weird. They're worried about it, and they're not going to stop because their biggest concern is somebody like China has the most powerful models in the world and possibly bad. Although now I see that TikTok that now is they've got a U.S. algo for it, but it's also censoring stuff, which is crazy. So like, who do we need to worry about? Okay. Cool stuff happening in NFTs too here, man. Like real cool stuff. Volume yesterday down 8.2 mil. That's cross-chain sales. Sellers are down, buyers are down, transactions up. Average sale price down. Trade profits actually decently up. And like always, still negative. What is that? 462,000. Let's see. I do believe 4-year cycles and big bull runs are history. Made a lot on crypto that you bought in 2016, 2017. Sold both. Yeah, you're doing it right. That's perfect. Perfect, dude. That's awesome, man. That's the best place to be, dude. It's the best place to be when you made yours already and everything else is just like house money. Best situation you can be in. That's it. Like that's the dream. It is. Shout out to Wrecked Guys, Wrecked Drinks, Wrecked Brands, OSF, like right everything, that whole ecosystem. They dropped their X Games collab drink yesterday. Sold out in a minute. 1 minute that thing was gone. I didn't even try to buy it. I'm still like, dude, by the way, I like the drinks now. Something clicked. I like them. I bought the one from like 2 or 3 weeks ago, the cherry cola one. I wish I bought this. I probably wouldn't have had a chance. 1 minute, it's sold out. What's crazy too, man? What's crazy? That's badass. think we could all learn some lessons. That's great. People, it was kind of cool. People were hedging some bets here about the sellout on prediction markets. There was a market for, and it was probably on Myriad, but it was will the drink sell out in under 3 minutes? And like, man, if you bet the yes, you got your drinks free. You know, like cool stuff. Anyway, that's a huge milestone. Huge milestone. Is by the way, is X Games live now? I don't keep up with it, but really cool. I've got to get OSF on the show. I've not booked him. He said yes, so got to get him back. That'll be his second time on, which is pretty damn cool. He's great. We'll get him on, but that's a big moment. Now the flip side of it, the less good moments, let's say shittier moments. You guys know Forgotten Runeverse, right? It's it's a last cycle NFT project that I actually love. And it's the team I love, right? And the game they made looked awesome. The Forgotten Runeverse game looked awesome. Like old school RuneScape vibes, like awesome. Dude, they're shutting down. And you're going to see a lot more of this year. Like a lot more. And they had a great ecosystem, and I think they had a lot of believers. So that's a bummer. Now, they're saying it's not like over. They're just shutting, and when I say just, they're shutting off servers. They're taking the game offline. It's probably very, very expensive to keep that up and running when they probably have 10 people playing. I don't even know what they're like. I forget in gaming the term they use, concurrent active players or whatever. It can't be more than 10 people, if even that. So I get shutting it down. Like you're just burning money for nobody to be playing your game. But like, look, man, they got the assets, they got the engine, they got a lot. And the game I feel like we played it live like for a few minutes too. But I hear the game is great. In fact, I think Dead plays it. But man, it's a bummer, dude. That's a bummer because I think there's some of the good guys here, right? Yeah, from 2022, they did raise money too. That's where it's always trickier. But not gone. John, thank you, man. Good to see you. Is it the John I know? Think so. Appreciate that, man. Anyway, I like these guys. I'm rooting for them. I hope to come back. I hope that game can get some traction. I think the game itself is actually really good, and I know the team is very good. So, but yeah, Web3 gaming doesn't work, man. Actually, dude, Deez had a great post. Deez had the best post. He's like, actually, I'm going to pull it up. Deez had the best take on this. God, I didn't save enough time for the bigger story, which is Moonbird. Actually, tomorrow's perfect to talk Moonbird's new token, but he had the best take here. All right, let's get it. Did he delete it? Was it a reply? Oh, there we go. Okay. It's the best take. Yeah. Gaming's impossible to crack into. I've been playing the same 3 games for over a decade. I'm good on games. That's the take, man. That's it. I have my favorite game. I play it every day. I play it for 10 minutes. I might play it for 30, but like I've got my game I play every day. I'm not looking for new games, and especially like crypto is like an older demographic, especially older guys don't give a shit about new games, really. I don't. I like the classic shit, and I like, but you know what I mean? Like, this is not the right market to try to break in, with a new game. It's not. It's just not. Wolf Game's trying. It's not going to work for them either. I know Seed Phrase bought it, and he's got it relaunched on what, Abstract now? This will end the exact same way. Wolf Game is not going to work. It's just not. None of them are going to work. Okay. I'm not bullish on, yes, what's up, Prior? That old school shit. You know what I need to go back and buy as a Virtual Boy? I love that thing. There is a new game coming in 2 weeks that I'm going to be playing the shit out of. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to. 2 weeks from today. 2026 Game of the Year is coming. Right there. Right there. Mugenics is the one. I cannot wait. Game's going to be awesome. And I will only try that new game because it comes from the guy who made my favorite game ever, right? Like, I'm not straying far. I got to know what I'm playing, All right. Burb token drops tomorrow. Funny enough, I like the metaverse shit. I'm rooting for other side, like big time, big time. All right, Burb comes tomorrow. Like right off the bat, my reaction to Burb coming, like another NFT project coin, I'm like, it's not. It's so over. Like we saw Dude played out. We saw every single NFT project token played out, other than Pengu. Pengu's the exception. That I had no hope for this, and I'm kind of wondering, like I don't know, like oh wait, hang on. Yeah, yeah, yep. Nah, the new games aren't for. They're different, man. They're different. It's why I like Binding of Isaac, because it's very old school. That's my favorite game, Binding of Isaac. It's very old school. It's like old school, like Zelda dungeons. But every time you play it, it's randomized. New enemies, new layouts, new bosses, new power ups. Every run you do, and when you die, you start over. Like, best game ever. But yeah, new games now. They don't work. Assassin bummer, right? Yep. I love it. I love it. Like, I'll try stuff. I bought Arc Raiders, but like a couple hours in, I'm like, it's really cool. It's like great game. I'm never gonna play it. Never gonna play it. Dude, I forgot they moved to Ronin. I forgot about that. I totally forgot. I might be wrong, just like I might be wrong about Clarity Act. You're right. I say it's not going to pass, and now I'm like, oh, it actually might pass. I might be wrong about Burb, where I'm like, this is going to be a big old nothing burger. I might be wrong about that, okay? If Pio's bullish on it, well, I got to start wondering why he's bullish. And I'm wondering, here's what he says, that the CEO is a very, very smart dude, meaning he also gets how cooked it all is, how it doesn't work anymore, meaning I imagine he's doing something kind of different with this launch. Maybe it's like an emission schedule. Maybe it's like a utility that it does. I don't even know. But I'm going to take Pio, I think, is a really smart dude. And I know Spencer is too, and he's saying the same thing. Like, what if this one's pretty different? And we could use that, by the way. That'd be great for everything if this is a very different experience and coin. And like, right? Oh, I don't even know what people are speculating now, right? You got to take note of the things he's saying, though. We'll look at floor prices in a second, right? But so far, they've not announced a snapshot, right? For Moonbird snapshot, and then you're going to get your, token, and you expect NFT prices dump. So we haven't heard of a snapshot. We've not gotten tokenomics. We've got nothing. And TGE's tomorrow. And we don't know anything about it. Which is super interesting. If token rolls out in stages, I don't know what that would look like. NFTs won't die at TGE, so I'm going to bet that's going to happen at this point. Not crush the NFT price, right? It's pretty cool. And if they have a whole bunch of partnerships and events and whatever, like, I don't know. I don't know what this is going to look like, but it already feels different because no snapshot. Like, that alone, I'm like, that's pretty freaking different. So, like, peek at Moonbird prices. Let's see what's happening. Luna, GG's, man. Prior's all stabled up. I dig it. It's a good spot to be in right now. Moonbird's down 11%, 1.74 ETH floor. I think they're still overpriced, by the way, but let's see tomorrow. Tomorrow, all of a sudden, they might not be. So because we're like flying blind, like completely, neither side of this will shock me. Moonbirds fall to like 1 ETH or less, or Moonbirds rip to 3 ETH. Nothing will shock me tomorrow at all because we don't know anything. We just know tokens coming. Beyond that, no idea. None. No clue. Oh, dude, Thor, interesting. Hang on. You made a lot from Decentraland when Samsung held events. Aussie, see, I love that. I don't know if you know Thor, and you might know already, but I work for the Crypto Bat, so I was there helping put on that Ozfest event. It was fucking awesome. Like, one of my favorite memories, period, and one of my favorite moments here in crypto was getting to work on that. Was awesome. Like, again, it was special freaking moment. Oh, dude, yeah, you didn't know. It was really great. Yeah. Still, and again, we're not building anything right this moment. There's nothing planned on the Crypto Bats front, but we're still here. But that was incredible to get to work on that. And it was like coordinating stuff and keeping up with the Decentraland team and making sure things were being built. And dude, it was an experience. I was there the entire time working with that team. But then that weekend, every single time they ran it back, I was there just having a blast. That was a really special. And by the way, I love Bjork. So like when Bjork also was like headlining the thing, that was magic. I love that. That was an incredible weekend. Incredible. Crypto Bats did amazing stuff. This is random, but Spaces yesterday with my brother and a couple of people, and somebody from Supducks was there, and I'm like, just brought back all these memories of like the mutant bats and the whole biting thing that we did back in the day. And that was pretty innovative stuff back then. You could take an NFT and then breed it with an NFT from another collection, and it, birthed a new NFT. It's cool as fuck. It's not enough of that, like playing around with stuff. That's kind of why I'm looking forward to Modest Mint coming up. He's playing. That dude's playing. All right, I'm just checking prices. Nothing looking good over here. So yeah, let's see tomorrow with Burb. It may surprise us. It may. I'm hoping it does. Look, the Ordinals thing. I think there's a chance that the Nifty Gateway shutting down leads to something very interesting with Ordinals. As in, like, look, Xcopy's asking how he can put his art from Nifty Gateway on Bitcoin, and that's like, it's led to some cool stuff. It's led to some cool stuff, like a couple projects reaching out or putting on the timeline, like, I mean, look, they're saying, hey, if you have art on Nifty Gateway as an artist, reach out to us. We'll help get it over to somewhere else. But like, people have thought of this before. Instead of like IPFS or, other decentralized storage, what if like still buy, trade, whatever, mint NFTs on ETH, but keep the image actually on Bitcoin? So use Bitcoin as like decentralized storage. Look at that. I love Quit recognizing that, right? This is something we've been talking about for years at this point, but maybe it didn't break through to like the mainstream NFT guys. Ordinal's a storage layer for ETH. I like it. Dude, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's a great use case for it. Would love to see that happen. Been there every day since the start, not so much now. Funny, dude, I was going through my wallet over the past week, and all my like Aussie Decentraland like wearables were all OpenSea had marked them all hidden. So I unhid them all, and I just, I go down memory lane. I just look through my wallet, and again, it was a special time, man. I still love Decentraland. Yeah, I love that stuff. So I'm right there with you, Thor. I still hope that stuff can kind of come back and find like enough of a user base. And then finally, and look, we don't have time to do this justice, and I don't think we need to. You can follow Brandon Walsh and read through everything he's putting out along with other people about Punk 6529. And again, all he's saying is there's definitely ties to FTX. There you go. By the way, he's got a collection of NFTs called Banksters. Like, this is real crypto artist, like edgy political kind of messages in art. It's good shit. Punk 6529's Genesis wallet received 57 inbound transfers from FTX, $13 million. And he uses this, I guess, and buys art, but also some of the art feels kind of like money laundering. Yeah, on December 8th, revealed in a federal court via spreadsheet, 6529 had received $5 million for its season 1 fund and season 2 fund of like the meme stuff. Look, it's either he used FTX as his like exchange, or maybe there was a little SBF connection there. But there was some interesting stuff here, like, right? Like, God, I want to find the exact point here. He spent $700,000 on that and $400,000 on that. And you could definitely be like, man, that's probably money laundering. Or look, you could read it that way, or you could read it a totally like, could be just like naive. And also, we were also like drunk on money back then. I spent stupid ETH on real stupid shit because I bought into the whole thing. This is the first ever this thing on chain. This is historic. Somebody bought, and this popped up on the timeline yesterday. Jack Dorsey's first tweet was purchased for $2.5 million. He wasn't the only one spending stupid money on stupid things. Everybody was. I was. So like 700,000 on a blue square, could that have been money laundering? Yeah, definitely. And then could it have been buying something because he thought it was actually like, like a important milestone thing, or like that could be too. That could be too. So I don't know. I'm having fun watching this whole thing unfold. I'm having a great time watching that unfold. I do think it's where there's smoke, there's fire kind of thing. I'm not sure this is a really super well-intentioned dude, but I don't know, so I can't lock in a take with him. But again, I'll let Brandon Walsh do his thing, and I'm enjoying it for sure. For sure. Ultraman coming to Abstract soon. We'll see. Could be cool. Hit the like on the show before we get out of here. Subscribe to Crypto Slam on YouTube and go to ethoswarm.ai and jump on the wait list there. Get in now. Follow us on X Crypto Slam IO and Slam. I hate the shill stuff. Whatever. I just need a graphic. Well, you know the deal. Do all that. And I appreciate it. Newsletter's going out today, so be watching out for that. We'll be live tomorrow, same time, same places. And again, I'll remind you, go to 8nap Art. And just remember, they got their mint coming up today, Sigma X. I just want to throw it up again. 8nap Art. 0.025. Like, great price, great art. Coming up in just a couple hours here, so check it out. Guys, have a great day. I see a Decentraland comment. I can't not go to it. Decentraland died when Wondermine went down. Huh. Dude, there were so many plays there. There were dude, I got an X-Copy POAP, right? Do you guys remember that? There was like a X-Copy POAP you could claim. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Oh, Thor, I love it though. But yeah, you could claim an X-Copy POAP, and they went real fast. I was lucky and grabbed one. But like, there's so much cool shit that happened on Decentraland, and a lot of the crypto artists were like all over that stuff, and crypto voxels, and all that stuff was awesome. So anyway, great memories there. And I think we'll make more of those great memories, here and there now. But in a few years, I think we kind of run it all back, and we have a crazy, crazy explosion of this stuff again. I believe it. I do. All right. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.